Hey guys, so today I sat down and I recorded this tutorial. I don't know what this look is, it's just a look. It's just a look. And if you want to see how I did it, then stay tuned because I'm going to show you all the products that I've used. And I'm going to try and basically do it step by step and make it as easy as I can. I feel like it's made my eyes look a little bit bigger, like a deer or something, like Bambi. Do I look cute? Anyway, let's get into the video. I look like someone's auntie right now, but anyway, let's get into it. There we go. How nice is that? Oh, the bag's still showing. So first things first, I like to start off doing my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Ebony. With that, I have the Morphe M158 brush. Now the bristles of this brush were quite sort of all over the place, so what I did was I got some of my glue that I put on my eyebrows and I kind of just jammed it together so it just gives you more of a precise finish. This is optional, but I do like to warm it on the back of my hand just because if you go straight in it can be quite harsh and quite clumpy. You can see I like my eyebrows straight. I'm just going to fill in my natural brow shape starting from the bottom, and it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to be cleaning it up with concealer anyway. I used to spend so much money on the Benefit brow pencil. It was like £30 and I got this for like near enough the same amount. I think it was maybe £5 or £10 extra. And I just feel like this lasts so much more longer. I always get asked how I did my brows straight, and the best way I can explain it is you just chop your brow in half. My natural arch would go down here. I basically plucked that bit off. Without any brow product on, my eyebrow literally would be this short. And it looks crazy, I can't lie. It's not for everyone, especially if you don't wear a lot of makeup or you don't like to do your brows every day. It's not for you. Because I do have to fill my brows in every day because of it, otherwise I just look like I've just come out of Star Trek. Now I'm going to go in with this Got To Be Brow and Edges gel, and this basically just holds them up all day. I'm not really a soapy brow kind of girl, so this is really good if you just want to set them in place. Okay, so that's my brows done. Guys, I bought the Ariel Morphe set, and honestly it's the best brush set I have ever bought. The brushes are so soft and I love this one. I use this one for my brows. So if you don't have this, it's fine, it's not the end of the world. You want a flat synthetic brush like this. Take a little bit of that product on the flat side, and I just like to neaten up under my brows, just under, not on top. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Nougat. Pop a little bit on my eyelids. Now, if you don't have the dual-ended brush, you either want to use a flat synthetic brush like this, or you can go in with a beauty blender and just blend all that out at the top. Where's my powder? I like to just go in with my Technique brush and a bit of powder. I'm using the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Maybelline powder in the shade Natural Ivy. Just brush that onto my eyelid. So I want to make my eyes pop a little bit more, especially if I'm going to be doing like a classic black liner. And I'm going to be using a white eyeshadow. You can use any white eyeshadow, it doesn't have to be this. But this is the MAC white eyeshadow in the shade Gesso, I think it's called. And I'm just going to pat it on the bottom part of my eyelid. So just here, and then a bit on my brow bone as well. Trust me, as soon as you put like a black eyeliner on or anything that will contrast it, it will just make everything look like. That's on my eyelid, so it looks something like this. I don't normally tightline, but I feel like it does make a big difference, so I've been doing it recently. I'm going to be using the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pen. This glides on so nicely. I'm starting to use it in my waterline as well. It isn't waterproof, just to let you know. Ow. Ow! Smashbox. What the fuck was that? 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. It was just the delivery guy and it wasn't even my parcel. I'm gonna go in with a Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara. Sorry, I'm out of breath. And I'm just going to apply just a little bit because I am going to put on lashes today. This is such a good mascara. Like, I don't really hype over mascaras just because I feel like they all do the same thing, but this one is really good. But can I tell you one that is really, really super hyped? Now, I know not everyone will agree with me and some people might really love it, but I personally hate this mascara. It did nothing for my lashes. Nothing. As a beauty influencer and working in this industry, one thing that I want you guys to watch out for is when people, and I'm guilty of it, I can't lie, I used to do the same thing. You know when they like over exaggerate, like they'll put on a product and they'll be like, guys, did you just see what, can you see what is happening? And they will literally do like one stroke, they'll just do this. Guys, I'm sorry. Click the X button and go about your business, okay? Because no, be realistic, like be for real. For my foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Forever Skin Glow Foundation by Dior, and it's in the shade 2W. And I'm gonna mix in with this shade. I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Please blend your foundation in with a foundation brush first before you go in with the beauty blender. This is the Morphe M439 foundation brush. This blends so nicely. Sometimes I don't even need to use my sponge, but I do it anyway just in case like there's any streaks left. I'm just gonna go in with that same flat brush that we used before for underneath the brow arch, and I'm just going to place some of the foundation here. Better show me all the things that you can show me in a special way. Nobody do me like you, 'cause I ain't never had nobody do me like you. I'm just blending out my foundation with the sponge that I got in the Ariel times Morphe collection. So for my contour, I normally use the matchsticks, but today I'm going to go in with the gel contour. This is the Kat Von D medium cool gel contour. I'm just going to place some on my forehead. This has honestly changed my under eye game. This is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser and it's in the shade 05. It's like a pinkish what is wrong with me? I can't get my words out today. It's like a pinkish shade. People are mixing in like their blush with the concealer, so this is basically that, and you don't need to put a blush under your eyes. I'm just going to place a little bit on the inner corners. I'm not going to go all the way out. And with my Huda Beauty concealer, I'm just going to place that again up here and then a little bit underneath here. I'm not sure how I feel about this gel contour, I can't lie, because normally I go in with something a bit heavier, so we'll see how it looks at the end. Sorry, one sec. So for the liquid blush, I'm going to be using the Pixi On The Glow blush in the shade Ruby. I love using this, so I take this to the gym with me, so when I don't want to put any makeup on, I just basically just pop this onto my cheeks. With my beauty blender, I'm going to blend all of this concealer out, and what that will do is it will kind of blend the blusher and the concealer into one, and it will just make it look seamless. Oh no! I know it looks like on the camera, it looks like I've got no blush on now, but in real life I can see it. This is my favourite part of doing my makeup, baking. And I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Cupcake Easy Bake. I'm just going to get the puff and I'm just going to add the powder on here. Now as you can see, it's really uneven, so it's important to go on the back of your hand and just even that powder out. And then you can go in and start to set under your eyes. And I'm just going to go under here as well. Let's do eyeliner. Now this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner Trooper Black 10. Sorry, I always come back to this. I love this eyeliner. I love it, okay? And you know what I don't understand? Why do people do these really dumb trends where they use like a bobby pin and they put it on the pin and they're like, oh, oh. Like just use the pen. It's literally right there. It's precise. Just use this. Some people are using their stiletto heels. They're using a spoon. Use the damn applicator. What is wrong with you people? From here, I'm just going to draw a line up like this. I don't want my liner to look too crazy today, so I'm just going to keep it quite short. Normally I'd have it like up here. I'm going to start from the inner corners. and then just fill this bit in. Look at the difference. Look how bigger my eyes look. I'm going to go in with the Kiss Sister Nature lashes, and these are in the style Willow. What time?
4 o'clock.
Alright then. Alright, okay, bye. Bye. This is what the lashes look like. Okay, so now I'm just going to tap off the powder that we set with underneath. One thing about my forehead is it's always the first place to just get really oily, so I just like to pack this powder on. It's the same one that I used before. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless powder. The bronzer I'm using is the Bobbi Brown Golden Light bronzer. This bronzer used to always sell out. My nose, my chin. Guys, you can literally not see any product on the camera right now, which is really annoying. But I promise you, in real life, it's looking good. For my blush, I want it to be quite pigmented, and this is a really pigmented blush. This is the NARS Orgasm X blush. Let me just turn this light off so you can see. There you go. Like, obviously with the lighting on, it kind of washes everything away. Like, lighting can be so deceiving sometimes. Like, a lot of people think I've got amazing clear skin, but it's literally just lighting. Like, I have so much pigmentation and pitted scarring that you can't see on camera because it will blur it out. Now let's get into nose contour. I like to do it at the end, like I mentioned. So this is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. Put that on the tip of my nose, and I'm just going to draw like a straight line all the way down. Now with a really teeny tiny thin brush like this and the bronzer that I used on my cheeks, I'm just going to go in and put it on the bridge of my nose like this. I'm going to try and keep it as close as I can to that white line. Where's that sponge gone? Just to take away these harsh lines, I'm just going to use another fluffy brush and just sort of blend that out. I think this is the best that I'm going to get with nose contour, if I'm being honest with you. Now we're going to finish off with lips, and I'm going to go in with the MAC Spice lip liner. It has like a pinkish undertone to it. And then for my lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Montreal. So this is the final look. At 2023, not to get deep, but anyway, let's get deep. I just don't want to live my life in regret and always having to feel like, oh, I should have done this, and I should have done this. And with me, I feel like I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Like, unless everything is, this is the mentality that I used to have. I used to think that if my YouTube doesn't have a YouTube banner, then I can't do a video. Or if I don't have a studio to film my room in, there's no point, I can't do it. It's not gonna look good. And there would always be like obstacles in my head that will stop me from doing things. So I'm really trying to be consistent. But yeah, I would really appreciate it if you guys could leave me some suggestions. That's only if you actually enjoy watching me.